What up, man? It's your boy Chris, Unbias Review, checking in. I just wanted to do this quick little vlog real quick. Let y'all know what's going on with Unbias Review as far as like my next move, and let y'all know what's going on with some future battles. Real quick, I'm getting back on my review shit. I've been really doing these untold truths. I really haven't been inspired to do any reviews because either I didn't like the battle or I just was too busy doing the untold truth. So now that that's pretty much out of the way, I'm gonna get back to doing reviews. As far as these untold truths, I appreciate everybody that watched John and Don at Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? They were really cool for allowing me to do that shit, so I appreciate that. I got a lot more interviews lined up. I'm supposed to be linking up with JC. I'm supposed to link up with Averb, B Magic, and Goods. Those are probably the next 4 the untold truths that you will see. I talked to a lot of people. A lot of people seem to be on board, from Mav Hoffa to Swave to Cortez to O-Red to Charlie Clips. Big T, Chilla Jones. So a lot of people are really interested. Daylight also. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm definitely gonna try to link up with as many people as I can. I just got to get to the cities where these people live at. You know, I'm not just gonna fly out to a city just to interview you. If there's a battle in your area, or you just happen to come to a URL, a King of the Dot, or Street Status event, and I'm there, then I'll fuck with you and I interview you. So my goal is to pretty much interview as many people, and I'm realizing how important these untold truths are, because so many people tweet me like, man, I got so much respect for Arsenal after the interview. I got so much respect for John and Don. And I watch a lot of interviews, man. I try to bring y'all an interview that I feel like other people really haven't really asked the questions. I know a lot about battle rappers that the majority of the people don't really know. You know I hear a lot about stories. People just tell me shit just on a humbug. It's like I know a lot about people, and I watched a lot of interviews. So when I interview Goods and Averb and JC, I'm not going to ask you that same corny shit that these other niggas ask. I'm going to bring you a totally different interview. I'm going to make that shit very, very good. So that's pretty much my goal. A lot of people been hitting me up, want to know, are you going to do an untold truth with Young Ill? A lot of people know Young Ill, one of my favorite battle rappers. So even though he's been going through his issues or whatever, that's really not going to change. It's not like I'm not going to support him or anything like that. But I reached out to Young Ill before I went to the King Juice event in St. Louis. I reached out to him on Twitter. I didn't get no response, and I reached out to him like I knew somebody that knew him personally and had his phone number, and he put in a call for me to try to get Young Ill to do the interview, and no reply back. Then I get to the battle. Young Ill was cool. I didn't really want to approach him like, yo, will you do an untold truth? Thinking about it, maybe I should have, but you know, it was so much going on that I didn't really want to bombard him. It was so many people like in his face asking him shit, trying to take pictures. So I ain't really just want to just be a groupie and plug my shit, but maybe I should have, because I don't really know when I'll get a chance to talk to Young Ill again. But he was cool at the battle, so you know, I don't know really what happened in this battle with O-Red, but he just completely wigged out. So I'm not really sure. He's not tweeting, Instagramming, Facebooking, so it's like he completely disconnected with the people. So hopefully, you know, I can eventually do an interview with him, but who knows. I'm going back to St. Louis on May 26th, so we'll see, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want that Young Ill interview, if anybody watching this and they know him personally, holler at him for me. So I also reached out to Hitman. Hitman was another dude that I want to do an untold truth on, but I haven't really been able to get any reply back. You know, when I talk to him it's funny because I'll talk to dudes at the venue and they'll be cool, and then when I tweet them about the untold truth, like some of them don't reply. Most of them do, but a couple of them really don't. So Hitman was another dude that I reached out to and I couldn't do an untold truth with when I was in St. Louis. Hopefully when I go back, maybe something will happen. I can do an untold truth with Hitman. But if you know Hitman, y'all want me to do an untold truth with Hitman, he's always on Twitter. Hit him up and tell him, yo, you need to do an untold truth with Unbiased Review. And hopefully your word, your tweets, and my tweets will get the job done. So that's pretty much what's going on with the untold truth. People even want me to do an untold truth with Shotgun. I don't have no problem. I'm not going to let my personal feelings about a battle rapper stop me from doing any untold truths. You know what I'm saying? So if I really never fuck with you in a review or fuck with you in a battle, it won't stop me from interviewing you. So if y'all want to see a Shotgun Suge interview, you know what I'm saying, I'll try to make that happen. I'm pretty sure he watched the Arsenal interview, so I'm pretty sure at least if you don't fuck with Unbiased Review, you gotta at least respect the interview. So, and plus I heard he did well versus Bill Collector, so we might have a lot to talk about. But that's what's going on. Next, no, I'm not doing a Nords diss video. A lot of people are like, yo, Nords was dissing you on Battle Rap Arena, are you gonna reply? I'm not gonna really reply. I always feel like any publicity is good publicity. Me and him don't really see eye to eye on some things, and we don't get along. But at the end of the day, it ain't no real beef. You know what I'm saying? He felt like I dissed URL when I did my Arsenal Untold Truth and, you know, different little stuff like that. But I really didn't. I go to these URL events, so I see the good and the bad, and I'm gonna speak on it. I don't work for URL. I don't owe them any passes on telling this or not telling that. I'll tell you, look, you go to Summer Madness, don't get no stage pass. If it fuck up your stage pass profits because Unbiased Review told people don't get a stage pass, then you need to do better. And then I'll tell people to get a stage pass. But I'm not sugarcoating no shit just because it's URL. And I'll do that with anybody. I just haven't been to a King of the Dot, a Street Status, or a UW event, but I'm going to them. So eventually, if there's anything negative or positive, I went to King Juice event. I told y'all it was a fight. I ain't sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't really realize it was Hitman that was fighting, but I did say that it was a fight in my review. So, you know, I'm not really sugarcoating shit in no interviews or nothing, man. That's one thing I'm glad that I didn't link up with no leagues, and no leagues control anything that I put on this channel. So I'm glad, looking back, I probably had opportunities to link up with dudes a little bit more personally, but it might have changed how I present stuff to people, and I'm glad I don't do that. So Beasley reached out to me after I did an Arsenal interview. He said he wouldn't mind sitting down and doing an interview and telling his side of the story. He felt like Arsenal was off on a couple things that he said, and he wanted to clear the air. I would love to do an Untold Truth with Beasley, or any kind of interview with Beasley. The next time I'll be in New York, I'm not going to no Night of Main Events 3. So the next time I'll be in New York is Summer Madness 3. And there's a lot of shit going on that weekend. So I don't know if I'll be able to catch up with Beasley. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try my best to interview Beasley. He reached out to me. So I don't have his phone number, but hopefully as they get closer to Summer Madness, you know, I'll start hitting him up and trying to see if we can actually lock down something. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people say they'll do stuff and then they just get tied up. So I'll try to make that happen. I want to do an Untold Truth with Calico. You know, he's been kind of incognito lately, so I wouldn't mind interviewing him just to see where he's at with this whole battle shit right now. And I know that he has an upcoming battle. I was going to go to that card. So I had an opportunity to do an Untold Truth with him, but I changed my mind. I'm not going anymore. And he tweeted me that he gave me a shout out in his upcoming battle. So I don't know if it's a good shout out or it's a diss. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, then he DM'd me and told me it wasn't a bad diss. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I still fuck with Calico regardless. I know I did the Captain Planet video, but, you know, it's no hard feelings. When I see him at events, even though I did the video, he still show love. So that's what's up. What's next? Let's talk about these battles. There's a Detroit card, and, you know, it's Daylight and Calico. That's a 1-round battle. It's JC and O-Red. I heard that's a 2-round battle. John Adon and X Factor, and also Bones Brigante and Midwest Miles, and I think and Young Cannon and QP, and also Ill Will versus Rosenberg Raw. That's a Detroit card. It's sponsored by Strictly Bars. It's not a URL event, so they're doing that battle. I was gonna go to it, but there was a lot of back and forth on whether or not battles were gonna be canceled, so I didn't want to fly out there and then shit not really go down like I wanted it to, so I'm passing up on that. But that's May 5th. There's a couple little battles. I'm not really sure what cards they're on. John Adon is battling Shotgun Suge. Arsenal is battling Goods. Arsenal is also battling DNA in April. He's battling Goods in June. B Magic and Tay Rock are battling. I think that's going to be before Night of Main Events and one of these quick little URL events that they're going to throw together on a humbug. Cortez and John Adon are also battling. So those are just some little miscellaneous shits that I'm hearing about. Let's talk about Night of Main Events 3. These are the battles I'm hearing to take place. You know, anything can change until you see a trailer. Nothing is really official. But I heard Big T stepping back in the ring. He's battling K-Shine, so that'll be a good one. Hollow the Don versus Sue Surf. That'll also be a good one. Diz and Rex. At first this battle was off, but I'm hearing that they may make this battle up on Night of Main Events 3. So you might see Disaster and Rex actually finally go down. What else? Hitman and Conceited is another battle I'm hearing about, and DNA versus Chilla Jones. Those are the battles that I'm hearing. I also heard Rex and Mav might eventually do a rematch. So I don't know, maybe niggas doing rematches this year or whatever, but I'm hearing that might be a battle that actually takes place eventually sometime soon. So that's what's pretty much going on with battles. You know what I'm saying? So as far as Night of Main Events 3, I'm hearing it's going to be like the first week of June or some shit like that, or very early part of June. So Worthy Bars Volume 2. About to start working on that. About to get that done. I'm getting a lot of requests. I did part 1. A lot of people caught feelings. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got mad. I just do it for fun. You know what I'm saying? There was only one person on the entire video that was actually confirmed as being gay. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm the type that'll see a nigga looking good, say fuck him, and catch him from behind, and get on top of him, and then put something in him before I pause.
yeah, so he famous now. Shout out to him. Unbiased Review made you famous. But so that's what's going on with that. Worthy Bars Volume 2 will be coming out soon. I'm gonna start working on that. I got about 8 or 9 different little topics I want to discuss, or different little bars that was said. So I feel like I might bring it to light. And I just heard a Worthy bar in a battle the other day. So I mean, I even got another one on deck. So that's what it, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Unbiased Review. Shout out to the Facebook group. Peace.